Hello and welcome to the channel, YouTube world. There's going to be some information down below in the description box if you want to just skip ahead and have this a lot shorter. I can't make this quick if you want to understand how to do this properly. We're going to reset your demo. We're going to have it so that you can have 5 games remaining, which is the max you can have. And we're going to have it so that in this tutorial, you can actually see, your MyPlayer that you created. You don't want him to be John Cena. You can't see me. Oh no, I can see you, punk. Out of the shadows and into the flesh. First thing you want to do is close the game. We're going to do the games remaining thing first. We're going to reset that back up to 5. Go ahead, disconnect from the internet. That's the first thing you want to do. So you go to Settings on a PS4, Network, Disconnect. Now we're going to go to Storage, System Storage, Save Data. You could just go to My Game Saves, but I find it loads it slower for some reason. Could just be luck. I've got like 20 gigs in game saves and it's loading pretty quick. Hit Options, Delete, Select All, delete the whole thing. Let's just go back into the game. Offline. You're going to hit X on a PS4, A on an Xbox to just skip through it saying that you're not connected to the internet. So when you connect back to the internet, all you're essentially going to do is just wait a good 15 seconds or so to let the game reconnect on its own seamlessly. Just go ahead, click enter. That's what's interesting about this demo. See, a lot of games, when you don't connect to the internet, it'll ask you to do so manually. This one does it seamlessly. So because we're offline, it's going to say 5 games remaining. That's normal because it doesn't know that you've played a game or 2 or 3 or whatever. This is the magic. Go back to network, reconnect to the internet, get back in the game. We're still at 5, obviously. We haven't connected to the internet. However, if you just wait a couple of seconds, give it a moment, what we're going to do is we're going to click on Quick Game. It's not going to ask us to connect to the internet because it sees we have the internet. And that's where the glitch is. That's where the magic is. See that? We're in 5 games. So there you go. However, when you go to your MyPlayer that you've created, see? Now, you actually can't choose a new one because when you do, you can't see what you're doing. So he's disappeared, but what we're going to do now in the next step is the same thing, but we're just going to force it to go into the game quicker by not allowing to wait for that internet connection, and it's going to bring your MyPlayer back. This would probably only work if you could actually do it blindly, like pick a new face. But don't quote me on that. See, we can't even exit out of this. So we're just going to go ahead and close the game. So now it's essentially the same process. Settings, network, disconnect, storage, system, save data, potato, whatever. But now when we go back in, we're not going to wait. We're going to rush. And even though we don't want to do quick game, because it is going to reset it back to 4 or whatever you had before. This is actually what you don't want to do. If you're looking to reset your games to 5. But now we want our player to show back up. So now we're going to go into the game. Same thing. But this time we're still going to click on Quick Game just for the fun of it. It's just what I've always done. It's always worked. I've done this now about 12 times. I was like, I think I'm safe to make a video on this. It hasn't failed once. I can make it fail. Don't you worry about that. I can make it not work. Easily. Get all the way back to the menu. Never mind the MyPlayer, even though that's what we're after. See what happens when you don't wait for the internet? You get that pop-up. This is actually what you want this time. So let's just click cancel there. So leave it on quick game. Go to network. Quick. Back out into the game. Don't even give it a chance. Look for that internet connection. Do it super fast. Then you'll get this pop-up because it wants you to log in. Now you're going to go back to games and you're going to be like, hey, it worked. Wrong. Because now it's going to say you need to be connected to the internet. That's the third pop-up. Now you're going to connect. Now you go to quick. Oh, we're back at 4. But that's okay. Because now John Cena is out of the shadows. There's the man of the hour. And that's how you bring John Cena back into the flesh. So that's it. There's really not much else to talk about at this point. I'm going to try to do a quick recap and explain why this works. When you go offline, it doesn't know that you've been playing some quick games. So the timer's always going to be set to 5. But when you connect back to the internet and allow it to sit for a couple of seconds, the game is seamlessly connecting to the internet. And when you click on quick game, it won't prompt you to check for an internet connection because it sees you have one. So it stays at 5. But if you rush or you start the game connected with the internet, then it's going to check and it's going to screw up your quick game. For whatever odd reason, when you do it the other way that you're not supposed to reset your games, and you don't wait and you connect to the internet, you quickly go back in as you just saw and you get those 3 pop-ups. For some odd reason, every single time, then when you go to the MyPlayer, like I said, boom. There's my original MyPlayer that I made. Now you can change his name, his handedness, you can try out all these different builds, and that's really the magic behind all of this. So hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you know how to navigate the UI on an Xbox. I no longer have an Xbox, I just have the controller for PC. But I'm going to try to dig up some info online to the UI, how to get you to navigate to your saved data and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully this works. Again, I don't know if this works on Switch. I've now done this about at least 12 or 13 times. I've been spending the past hour doing this. It has not failed on me yet. So hopefully this works for you. Hopefully this video goes viral for obvious reasons, because I want to help people and I wouldn't mind a couple bucks. My NBA 2K20 video on custom rosters got almost 250,000 views, if it hasn't surpassed that by now. And that's been a huge success for my YouTube channel. It's actually the reason I probably have a lot of subs. A lot of people constantly, a year and a half later when I started my YouTube channel, still view that video a lot. It's absolute madness. So maybe this video can do the same. Who knows? So if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. You didn't like it, go ahead, give it a thumbs down, and I'll break it off in your ass. Hey, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, obviously that would be cool now, wouldn't it? I'm trying to become famous here. I'm somewhat close to 10K subs. Should probably get there, hopefully, in the next month and a half or so. But if not, unlike other YouTubers, I'm thanking you for stopping by anyways. And take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye now.